Goods and Service Tax (GST), which came into effect in India from 1st July 2017. India is not the first country to introduce GST. It was actually introduced way back in 1954 in France, and after that more than 160 countries have introduced GST that suits their requirement. Remember, GST is so far the biggest tax reform introduced in India. To make this event more memorable, Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for midnight joint session of the Parliament on 30th June 2017. He also invites the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and H.D. Deve Gowda to this memorable event. On 30th June, in the Central Hall of the Parliament, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi introduced GST in the presence of the President Pranab Mukherjee, the Vice President Hamid Ansari, the Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan, the Finance Minister late Arun Jaitley, and the former Prime Minister Shri H.D. Deve Gowda. Introduction of GST in the midnight session of the Parliament is the fifth occasion in the entire history of India where midnight session of the Parliament was called. The first four sessions were related to Indian independence and India's freedom struggle. The first time the midnight session of the Parliament was called in 1947 when India got independence. The next time to celebrate Silver Jubilee of Indian independence, that is in the year 1972. The third midnight session is called to celebrate the Golden Jubilee of Quit India movement, and the fourth occasion was Golden Jubilee celebration of independence of India. This is some of the highlights just to explain how GST was introduced in the country on 1st July 2017. Now coming back to our actual topic of discussion, GST, meaning and genesis. With respect to GST, since GST is a new tax which is introduced in India, it was not easy for the state government or the central government to introduce GST in the country, because if a new tax has to be introduced in the country, the supreme law of the land, that is Indian Constitution, has to authorize it. But in Indian Constitution there was no term called GST, hence it was necessary to introduce a new term in the Indian Constitution, and that's why we find the definition of Goods and Services Act not in GST Act but in Indian Constitution. So let us have a discussion on the meaning of GST and how GST has evolved from 1999 till 2017. To discuss the meaning of GST, we will be taking the definition which is in the Indian Constitution, Part 19, Article 366, Clause 12A, where we can find the meaning of GST. Article 366, Clause 12A defines goods and service tax as a tax on the supply of goods and services or both, except the tax on the supply of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. If you want to know where you can find the definition of GST in our constitution, a video is playing at the top right corner of your screen. You can have a glimpse on that, and simultaneously you need to listen to me because I'll be going to explain the definition of GST given in the constitution in simple words. ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಜಿ ಎಸ್ ಟಿಯ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ GST ಈಸ್ ಎನಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಎನಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ಸ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಂತ ಆಯಿತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಆನ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಆನ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂತ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಜನರಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಾದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಹೋಲ್ಸೇಲರ್. ಸೊ ಅವನು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟನ್ನು ರೀಟೇಲರಿಗೆ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಹೋಲ್ಸೇಲರ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹೋಲ್ಸೇಲರ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸೇಲ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟನ್ನು ರೀಟೇಲರ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ರೀಟೇಲರಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಸೇಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪರ್ಚೇಸನ್ನು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸರ್ವೀಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬೋತ್. ಸೊ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ವೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್, ಕಮೋಡಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲನ್ನು, ಕಮೋಡಿಟಿಯನ್ನು, ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್ವೀಸ್ನ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸರ್ವೀಸಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅದರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್, ಮನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್, ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕಾಣೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗೋದಾದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಕಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಲಿಕ್ಕರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್. ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಲ್ಕಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಲಿಕ್ಕರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ನಿಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಆಲ್ಕಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಲಿಕ್ಕರಿಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಸನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ನ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನು GST ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 19 ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 366 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 12A ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. Next, we will be discussing about how GST is introduced in India and how it is evolved from 1999 till 2017. Through the timeline of GST, let us see the routes travelled by GST in its 17 years journey. The journey of GST was conceptualized in 1999 by Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who gave a go-ahead for a single indirect tax during a meeting between him and his economic advisory panel, which includes former RBI governors IG Patel, Bimal Jalan and C. Rangarajan. Next, in the year 2000, a committee for GST is formed by the NDA government under the chairmanship of then West Bengal Finance Minister Dr. Asim Kumar Das Gupta, who is considered as the architect of GST. The same committee is also entrusted the work of developing the back-end technology for GST. Next, in the year 2002, Kelkar Task Force is formed to review present tax system and recommend tax reforms. In the year 2005, the Kelkar Task Force gave its recommendation for single tax system and rolling out GST. In 2006, the Finance Minister Sri P. Chidambaram made the first announcement of rollout of GST bill by April 2010. Next, in the year 2009, the Empowered Committee of State Finance Ministers released the first discussion paper on GST. Then in the year 2011, as the CPM party lost in West Bengal state election, the finance minister of West Bengal, Asim Das Gupta, resigned from the chairmanship of GST committee. Same year, the UPA government appointed the finance minister of Kerala, KM Mani, as GST committee head. In the year 2013, GSTN Goods and Service Network is incorporated as private limited company to look after IT-based registration and filing of GST. In the year 2015, KM Mani resigns because of corruption charges in his native state, and BJP government appoints the Finance Minister of West Bengal, Amit Mitra, as the new head of GST committee, and Arun Jaitley in the same year set April 2017 as a deadline for rolling out of GST in the country. In the year 2016, the government has passed the Constitution Amendment Bill at Lok Sabha. In the year 2017, in the month of March, Lok Sabha has passed 4 GST bills, and in April 2017, Rajya Sabha passed these bills and then enacted as acts. Then all the states passed SGST acts in their respective states. And on 30th June 2017, midnight, in the Central Hall of the Parliament, the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi presented Goods and Service Tax with the slogan One Nation, One Tax, One Market. This is how GST has evolved from an idea to a true force in 17-18 years' time. Thank you guys for watching the video GST meaning and genesis, and if you like the video, click or touch the thumbs up button and do consider to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon to get updates on the latest video I'll be uploading, and share the video with your friends and classmates. Thereby you will help the channel to grow. Thank you once again.